Hi, this is your host and you're watching our channel. Today we're going to talk about transhumanism. What is it? What are its key ideas? And what does it have to do with human enhancement? Transhumanism is an intellectual movement that uses technology to enhance human capabilities. It is a philosophy that believes in improving ourselves by merging with machines and that we can achieve this through things like artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, biotechnology, and other emerging technologies of the 21st century. Transhumanists believe that these tools will allow us to overcome our biological limitations and reach new heights of happiness, creativity, and understanding. They also believe that they will help us live longer, healthier lives and even achieve immortality. Enhancement means making something better or more perfect. So transhumanists want to use these technologies not just to cure diseases or fix problems, but also to improve human capabilities and create new possibilities. For example, they want to use gene editing not just to remove genetic disorders, but also to enhance desirable traits such as intelligence, strength, and longevity. This means that they can control computers with their thoughts rather than using traditional input devices such as keyboards, mice, or touchscreens. Brain-computer interfaces are being developed to help people with disabilities such as paralysis or blindness, but they also have the potential to enhance human capabilities. Other technologies include robotics, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and cognitive enhancement. Transhumanism is a controversial topic and there are many people who oppose the idea of using technology to enhance humans. Many of the world's leading scientists and thinkers are involved in developing and promoting human enhancement technologies. They believe that these technologies will allow us to overcome our biological limitations and achieve new heights of happiness, creativity, and understanding. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Only time will tell whether transhumanism will lead to a utopian future or a dystopian one. Some people believe that it is unnatural or unethical to alter human nature or that it will create new social problems or exacerbate existing ones. Others believe that it will lead to a dystopian future in which technology controls humans rather than vice versa. There are also concerns about the accessibility and affordability of human enhancement technologies. If they are only available to the rich or the elite, then it could create a new class divide between enhanced humans and non-enhanced humans. This could lead to discrimination, exploitation, and other forms of inequality. For example, brain-computer interfaces could allow us to communicate telepathically, access vast amounts of information and processing power, or control machines and robots with our minds. However, brain-computer interfaces are also controversial and there are many ethical and social issues that need to be considered before they can be used to enhance humans. They want to use brain-computer interfaces not just to restore vision in blind people, but also to give everyone the ability to communicate telepathically. This means that it deals with structures that are extremely small, typically less than 100 nanometers in size. A nanometer is 1/1000th of a meter. Nanotechnology has many potential applications in medicine, manufacturing, and other fields. In medicine, nanotechnology could be used to deliver drugs more effectively to target cells, repair damaged tissues and organs, or even fight cancer and other diseases. In manufacturing, nanotechnology could be used to create new materials with enhanced properties, such as increased strength or conductivity. However, nanotechnology is still a relatively new field and there are many challenges that need to be overcome before it can be used to enhance humans. For example, there are concerns about the safety of nanoparticles and how they might interact with the human body. There are also concerns about the ethics of using nanotechnology to enhance humans and the potential impact on society. They want to use nanotechnology not just to fight cancer, but also to make our bodies stronger, faster, and more efficient. These are just some of the ways that transhumanists want to use technology to enhance humanity. Now let's take a closer look at these ideas and how they relate to each other. Transhumanists believe that by overcoming our biological limitations and enhancing our capabilities, we will be able to live better, more fulfilling lives. One of the most promising technologies is gene editing. Gene editing is a set of techniques that allow scientists to alter the DNA of living things, including humans. One of the most widely used gene editing techniques is CRISPR-Cas9, which was discovered in 2012 and has revolutionized the field of genetics. CRISPR-Cas9 allows scientists to cut DNA at specific locations and replace it with new genetic material. This means that they can correct genetic defects, delete harmful genes, or even add new genes to an organism's genome. Gene editing has already been used to cure diseases such as sickle cell anemia and cystic fibrosis, and it is being used to develop new treatments for cancer, HIV, and other diseases. Transhumanists believe that gene editing will also be able to enhance human capabilities. For example, it could be used to increase muscle mass and strength, improve intelligence and memory, or extend lifespan. However, gene editing is still a controversial technology, and there are many ethical and social issues that need to be considered before it can be used to enhance humans. They believe that we will be able to pursue our goals and dreams more effectively and that we will be able to experience more pleasure and less pain. They also believe that we will be able to understand ourselves and the universe around us more deeply and that we will be able to create more beautiful works of art and science. Ultimately, transhumanists believe that by enhancing ourselves, we will be able to become more than human and achieve a state of happiness, fulfillment, and understanding that is beyond our current capabilities. The first idea is that humans are limited by their biology. Technology has allowed us to do things that were previously impossible, such as exploring space, communicating instantly across the globe, and curing diseases that used to be fatal. By using technology, we have extended our lifespan by decades and improved our quality of life in countless ways. Transhumanists believe that we can use technology to overcome our biological limitations in even greater ways. For example, we can use gene editing to alter our DNA and change our traits. We can use brain-computer interfaces to connect our minds directly to computers and access vast amounts of information and processing power. We can use nanotechnology to repair our bodies at the molecular level and cure diseases before they even start. These are just some of the ways that transhumanists think we can use technology to overcome our biological limitations. We are born with certain traits and abilities that determine how we look, how we think, and how we behave. For example, our genes determine our height, weight, and appearance. They also affect our intelligence, personality, and risk of disease. This means that we cannot change who we are or become better versions of ourselves without changing our biology. The second idea is that we can overcome these limitations by using technology. The third idea is that we can use these technologies to enhance ourselves. The fourth idea is that these enhancements will make us happier and more fulfilled. Now let us take a closer look at some of the technologies that transhumanists are developing to overcome our biological limitations and enhance our capabilities. Another promising technology is brain-computer interfaces. Brain-computer interfaces are systems that allow humans to interact with computers directly with their brains. A third promising technology is nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is the manipulation of matter at the atomic and molecular level. These are just some of the technologies that transhumanists are developing to overcome our biological limitations and enhance our capabilities. Now let's talk about some of the criticisms of transhumanism. However, despite these criticisms, transhumanism is an influential movement that is shaping the future of humanity. What do you think? Is transhumanism a dangerous and misguided idea, or the next step in human evolution? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos about artificial intelligence.